What is up, fam? Welcome back to the Car Talk Podcast. Today is a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope you are feeling the good vibes. I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you get some value out of this, and let's get right into it. So today I want to talk about the value of actually having a solid relationship with materialistic things. And when I say that, I know you might be like, well, what the hell do you mean? And I mean, if you want nice things, if you like nice things, you have to have a good relationship with consuming and buying those things. Like, you can't, if you just want something at the grocery store, it's not in your best interest if you're a normal consumer, if you're not, top of the 1%, you're not like making hundreds of thousands of dollars each year. Like, you really should be a smart consumer, and you should be really, really mindful of your relationship with materialistic things. And I will just say that I've heard so many of my peers and so many of my, just the people that I surround myself with say that when they see something, they buy it right away. Like, that's, they see it, they buy it, and, obviously it makes it hard for their family members to buy them presents each year because they buy themselves everything that they want. And this podcast is for those people because I believe that is not the way to go about life, and I believe there's a lot of happiness that can be experienced when you have a good relationship with buying those things. And the thing that I've noticed is that when I want to buy things, or when I want something, or when I'm even going on vacation, for example, like, vacation is a lot of fun, but the build up to the vacation, I've noticed, is a super fun period of time. So, like, say I've got, this is a great example. I've got a fishing trip in July, at the end of July, with my best friends. And I'm super pumped about that. Every single day for the past 3 months has been honestly so much better because of the fact that we have that plan set in stone, and that we are going to my cabin, and we're going to have an awesome fishing trip for a whole entire week. And now, I know that as soon as that day comes that we leave to go to the cabin, I'm going to start feeling like subconscious, like, oh shit, like, it's already starting to end. Like, this thing that I was really looking forward to is already starting to end. And as soon as that vacation does end, I get into like this huge depression afterwards for like a month later. And I can't stand it. Like, I never liked that, but all throughout my life, that's how I've been up until recently. And I will say that the best thing that I've noticed with that is just knowing that when I have something to look forward to, I'm the happiest. I'm super, super happy. And that's how I am with even buying things. Like, I've learned that if I want something, it's this feeling that I get while I see it, that I'm like, oh, I really, 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 really want it. And then I buy it, and I'm super freaking happy. But as soon as I leave the store, I'm like, fuck, like, why did I do that? Like, as soon as I leave, I'm like, instant buyer's remorse. And I learned that if I actually plan for the things that I want to purchase, it's similar to like planning for a vacation. Like, I really get excited about it. I really spend a lot of time researching that item. And I really, really just read a lot of consumer reports and just like get excited about it. And in the meantime, I save money for it so that when the time comes when I can actually, go and buy it, it doesn't hurt me at all. Like, I literally leave and I feel just as happy as when I bought it, or as leading up to it, and then I leave and I use it, and I just love it so much because it didn't inflict like pain on me. And I think right now society is not really realizing that pain that you feel is actually avoidable. Like, that buyer's remorse is just absolutely avoidable if you plan for those things that you want. But I know the hardest thing is just not buying it right away. And my biggest tip is just look at what you have. Like, literally look at what you've got and just be grateful for what you do have. And I know it sounds, frothy or whatever, but like, all of these rods right next to me, I know I need like 2 or 3 more. And a lot of people are like, what the hell? How do you need that many more? Well, I would say because there's a few specific techniques and a few specific baits that I would really, really like to have a specific rod and reel for. And I could stretch myself and buy it tonight. I could go online or go to a bait shop this evening and buy what I'm talking about and what I'm really, really wanting and what I'm like researching about and what I'm contemplating about. But I know that would really put me in a position of hurt for tomorrow and the day after. And honestly, when I start using that fishing rod and reel, I'll just feel buyer's remorse because I'm like, damn, I should not have bought this. Like, this was not worth taking food off the damn table or not buying a few groceries that week. Like, it's just not worth it. And that's the thing that I really want people to start thinking about, is just having a good relationship with buying things. Odds are you've got a lot of good things. If you're listening to this podcast, you've got a cell phone, which is number one. Every single time I need to be grateful about something, I think about the cell phone. Like the fact that I can just prop up this camera and just go to town and post it and interact with y'all is just one of the things that brings me so much happiness. And honestly, I really just hope that you feel the same way. I mean, I hope that every single time you go on your phone, you feel gratitude for the technology that it is, because it is phenomenally profound. Like, it's so profound that we overlook it and overlook how great it is, but we do that with everything. And that's the biggest problem with what we as humans are going through right now, is it's like everything is rising in prices. You know, groceries, fishing rods and reels, like literally everything is rising in prices. Inflation is a real thing. And I don't see anybody adjusting their spending habits. Like, I really don't. I see some people making more money or switching jobs to make more money, but then I see those same exact people spend more money and put themselves in the same situation that they were in when they were making less money. And I just don't like seeing it for my friends and family, and I really don't want to see it for anyone else either. And I just really hope and pray that you listen to this and you re-watch it or re-listen to it, and you kind of get a grasp of what I'm talking about, because it's a real thing that I'm talking about. Like, it's not, like, I really think people are attaching happiness to success, and success is attached to the materialistic things. And I'm here to tell you it's so not the fucking case. Like, it's not the case. And so many other successful individuals that are happy in the terms of happiness, success in the terms of happiness. I'm not financially wealthy. I am successful in my eyes because I am happy as hell. Like, I just went on vacation with my family for the past 4 to 5 days. I had the best time of my entire life. Like, the best time of my entire life. And I swear to you, I am so happy to be home and doing what I love to do right now in this week. And it is a great blessing that I realize is such a very unique thing. And I just know that it doesn't have to be a unique thing for this world. I know, especially where we live right now, like, if you're willing to take a few steps back, to take a few steps forward in the future, you will feel so much happier. And I really want you to do that, because happiness is so special. And I feel like a lot of people are escaping for happiness, you know, in TV shows and video games, or in drinking, or, you know, smoking, or whatever they do. Like, I think people are escaping to find happiness because it's away from the reality and away from the world. But I want people to find what they love so much in this world, in life, whether that be fishing, whether that be sewing, whether that be cooking, whether that be tennis, whether that be pickleball, whether that be literally anything that you can think of that brings you happiness and brought you happiness as a child. I want you to literally start thinking about that being your escapism to happiness. I don't want you to necessarily, like, I want people to realize that you can do what you love to do and make a living doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you really don't, a living just means you're living. It doesn't mean you're wealthy. It doesn't mean you're, you know, living above your means or, like, below your means. You're just living. And I think people need to do what they like to do to live. And if you don't have kids, if you don't have a wife, if you don't have, you know, a mortgage, like, if you're just renting, wait until your lease is up. Take a few steps back. Get a cheaper apartment. Move to a new city to live a little bit less fancy, so that in 5, 10, 20 years, you can live a little bit more fancy, and you can buy those things that you want without feeling that pain, without feeling that buyer's remorse, because this world, this country was founded on buying the things that you need and you want to pass down for generational wealth. It was not founded on buying things that you don't need and, buying shit that's absolutely absurd that, you just, draws your attention. Let's wake up, fam. Let's actually realize that this life is really, 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 really good right now and not bad. And we need to lean into the things that we love to do and not give a flying fuck about the Joneses. Not care about what your neighbor's driving, your sister's driving, your grandpa's driving. It doesn't matter what you have or what I have. It only matters what you bring to the table as a fucking human. Okay? So please go out today and fucking make a difference. Do something that brings you fucking happiness. I'm sorry I'm cussing. Don't do that. I just get fired up sometimes. But please, seriously, as I end every podcast, fam, stay curious, stay happy, spread that happiness if you are happy. And I love you guys. I really, really do. And I really, really hope that this makes sense for you. And if it doesn't, leave a comment. I'll clarify. I'll make another podcast if need be. Reach out to me on social media through DMs. I will reach out and I will answer any questions. If you've got a subject or something that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments. I'll happily talk about it. Even if you're a fisherman or something and you want to hear about something fishing related, I'll happily talk about that. I seriously will talk about anything that I am comfortable and confident and that I feel I am very knowledgeable on. I'm not going to talk about anything that I don't believe in and that I don't feel confident in. And I hope it shows. I love you so much, and share this podcast with somebody that you love because it's an important one, and I believe it with all my heart. It's going to make so many people happy. So please, please, please take it easy, stay curious, and spread some happiness, man. I love you so much. Peace out.